I'm at the 2008 Santa Barbara Film Festival with Danielle and Ann, and they have a movie in the festival, and they are going to tell you all about it.
Hi, I'm Ann, and this is Danielle, and our film is called When Clouds Clear, and it's a film, a documentary about a remote community in the mountains of Ecuador that lives in radical resistance to a proposed copper mine that, if built, the whole community and the forests and the water systems will completely disappear and become totally polluted.
It's rooted in the importance of community and family, and we think that the Santa Barbara community will really enjoy it since y'all are a wonderful, tight-knit community. We've had a great response. Our final screening is tomorrow at 12:30 at Victoria Hall. We hope to get a lot of people out to see it. We're trying to focus on the youth of Santa Barbara as well, because one of our main narrators is Robinson Piedra Coltide, and he's 14, and he's decided to pursue his education as a result of the mining resistance. And so the film really is a portrait of, and puts a human face on people all over the world, specifically in this case a small town in Ecuador, that are living in radical resistance and who are taking extreme measures to get their message heard.
So how long did you guys, I assume you went to Ecuador to film this, how long did you spend in Ecuador with doing the filming and research and stuff like that?
Well, we spent about 4 months in this community, living with them, shooting in production. We actually got a grant to give them video cameras, so they shot any human rights violations that they were being affected with. We're actually up for the award for social justice given by the Fund for Santa Barbara. And then the rest of our crew is all Ecuadorian. We did post in Ecuador, we did sound production in Ecuador, and so we were in Quito for about 9 months, 10 months? 9 months doing post. And
overall the project was 2 years, almost 2 years.
And do you have a next project in mind? Would it be involving Ecuador or some other community that might be of interest?
Yeah, we're working on developing 2 projects right now. One is about the Ashwar tribe in Ecuador.
They have developed a nationality within the country of Ecuador, which is really unique. It's one of the only tribes in the world that actually is an entity within a country. And they live in resistance to oil, lumber, and road building. But they're amazing. We're doing research right now, and we hope that it'll start soon.
Well, it sounds like you guys have covered some pretty heavy topics, but it's good that you guys are doing it. Anyway, well, good luck at the film festival, and I'm glad you're having a good time in Santa Barbara. And
yeah, it's awesome.
We look forward to your next documentary next year, too.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you. Good people to interview. Talk to us. I'm at this 2008 Santa Barbara Film Festival, and I'm with the director and producer and everything of Summerhood. Everything. Fundraiser, and he's going to tell you about the film and his path to get here.
Okay. The film's called Summerhood. It's a coming-of-age camp saga, rock and roll opus. I took about 20 kids into the woods for a month, and I beat them.
Yeah.
Can I say that? Is that okay?
You can say anything you want. We don't get in trouble, you do.
Yeah, I'll probably go into prison, but hopefully when I get out, there'll be some cash in the bank for me. It's like the Wonder Years.
So you're Canadian. Did you do the film in Canada?
Shot the film in Canada. It's a SAG project, though. I mean, we brought a lot of our actors up from New York and Los Angeles and Chicago. I saw 4,000 kids for 3 spots. I saw great kids who weren't great for the movie. Just in case I saw your kids, I'm sorry. They were great, but they're not. We needed tiny kids, teeny tiny kids.
Well, I've seen the movie, and the kids aren't the typical, kids you see in a Hollywood, movie with, but they're all very cute. So it's a different style you're looking for?
Yeah, absolutely. I saw this show called Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah.
And amazing writer-director Judd Apatow. It's his TV show. It was so good they pulled it. That's what happens. That's what happens. Basically, he puts the camera down and just says, go. We had a spin the bottle scene. I wrote a great scene. I wrote a great scene. The scene's genius. Every word is genius. When you're working with kids, though, you kind of can't touch the screenplay. I always said, how do we get this to work? So we put the kids in a room for 5 hours and we just let them kiss each other. Everybody kissed everybody. You know, and then we went to the edit spot and just said, okay, now how can we make the footage look like the screenplay? I mean, it's like, I had all this, I spent so much time writing this. And then it's like, what's the point? Because they're just going to say what they want. They're kids, and it's great. Like, they'll throw surprises at you, and you're like, okay, let's make that our movie. Because, you know, they'll come up with stuff like, what would they say, what would they do? And so, yeah, the Spin the Bottle is a great scene because it's real. And it's not cutesy. It's not cutesy like Nickelodeon or Disney. Like, I spent, you know, my background's animation. I drew this. This is how I pay my bills. So
it's a camp theme. Did you go to camps when you were young?
14 years. Yeah. My parents met at camp. You know, my friends in the movie who went to camp just got married with their girlfriends. They met at camp. I just got stopped by a woman who met her husband at camp.
So you come from a long family of campers.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to make it sound nostalgic. Like, parents send their kids to camp so they can have time away from children. It's not camp. I wanted to make a film that was. I've seen too many camp films that were fun. You know, it's like, I don't remember that. I remember I remember the torture and the punishment. I want to do the Shawshank Redemption with kids. Our films like Oz, and not the Emerald City, but like the HBO Showtime version, but with kids and less soap.
Okay, and I'm assuming that you're probably getting off the hook for a lot of laws, like kids kissing and beating kids, probably because it's made in Canada. Is that correct?
Well, sure. We don't have our SATs. We wing it. We don't even use computers to our national budget. What do you want? Whatever. No,
I heard that flight was invented in Canada. Do you have any comments on that?
Flight? What's it?
Flight was invented in Canada. Like, the Wright brothers didn't actually fly first. It was a Canadian who flew first.
You know what? I'll talk about the difference between invention and innovation.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of great Canadians. Like, Santa Barbara Festival is 10 days long, 8 days long. It opened with Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling, Ellen Page, Jason Reitman, Jacob Medjuck. That's 6 Canadians for 7 days. You know, there's a lot of basketball, aviation. A lot of stuff comes from Canada. You know, we get great ideas, but you can't make it happen unless you are in America. You guys, ideas come from around the world, but I mean, put a twist on it. You guys can finance it. You guys can market it. You guys can make it happen. I mean, sure, that's why we were connected by a border and not separated. It's teamwork. Nice job. Oh, and you can thank us later for all the fresh water and lumber. Yeah. I'll give you my email address.
Okay. Well, your film's shown 100 times this festival already, right? Is it showing any more?
Yes, it is. We're going for a record. I don't know. I feel like it feels unfair to say, but they doubled our screens. We're Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday right now, and maybe tomorrow night, Saturday night, 10 o'clock.
So you have any other film festivals on your schedule?
We just got accepted to Dallas, so if you're watching this in the AFI Dallas, we'll be there in March. We're going to Vail. Santa Barbara, world premiere though. I mean, this is the first audience in the world to see it. Other than myself and my father, who hates the film and probably me for ruining his financial position, I'd never seen anyone enjoy it, so it's great to be here. Thank you for coming.
Well, thank you very much, and good luck, and I'm sure you're going to do well.
Thank you very much for having us.